Hello, students. Uh, from today onwards, we are planning to start a series. Okay. Like a series, we are going to start the UPSC CSAT syllabus. Okay. Especially, we will start discussing about the GMA subject. GMA, that is nothing but general mental ability. Okay. General mental ability. So, from now onwards, we will try to what we can say upload the videos regularly for this subject. Okay. And as everyone know, in UPSC CSAT, especially in the CSAT paper, we will have two major portions, right? The first portion we can call that as reading comprehension, and the second one we know, everyone know, that is the GMA, general mental ability, or in other terms we can call it as quant and reasoning. Okay, right. Combinedly, we will have 80 questions, which carries 200 marks, right? Briefly, I will give you a summary and then we will move to the subject directly. Okay, 80 questions and 200 marks. In that, when you see the reading comprehension, for time being, we will assume that 40 questions will be asked from reading comprehension and 40 from GMA. So there is no rule that exactly 40 will be asked from reading and 40 will be asked from this GMA. It may be shuffled. Sometimes it may go to 45, 35, or this may come to 45 and 35. But recently, if you observe, the questions from the quant area is significantly increasing. That means around 45, like that, they are asking questions from this topic. Okay, so because of that is one reason. And the next reason is, see here, reliability. When it comes to the reliability perspective, what happens is, in the case of reading comprehension, okay, even though you mark your answer, that means for any, let us say, for any question you have answered, you bubbled some option. But even though after answering the question, you will be only 50% sure that you have written the correct answer. You cannot rely mostly on this reading comprehension. Why? Because sometimes it may be correct or it may not be correct. So what happens when it comes to this reasoning, or the quant and reasoning means, if you really practice it well, see, both the cases I am saying that you are not going to the all blindly. In the case of reading comprehension also, even though you prepare very well for the examination, after marking the answer, you will be only 50% sure that you have written a correct answer. But when it comes to this quant and reasoning, if you really practice this properly and when you write it in the examination, what happens for us here is, definitely you will have a guarantee. You will have 80% confidence that you have written the correct answer. I am not saying 100%, a minimum of 80%. You will be confident that you have marked a correct answer. If you that to 80%, why I'm saying this 80% means, in some special reasoning cases, even though after marking the answer, you may have a doubt. If it is a quant portion, if you really solved the answer and marked it, definitely you can say that, yes, I have written a correct answer. That means 100% you can assure that you have written a correct answer. But in the case of reasoning, sometimes we may go wrong. That is the reason I have put the percentage as 80%. Otherwise, definitely a minimum of 90-95% accuracy, you will mark your answer. So that is the reason most of the students, usually, especially from math background, they will prefer this portion to attempt more questions. When it comes to reading comprehension, recently, if you see the recent patterns, what is happening for this reading comprehension is, the comprehensions are little bit lengthy and the questions are also very tricky. So definitely you can rely on this subject, that is GMA, or the general mental ability. Now we will see what is our plan here, students. We will discuss a topic initially. Okay, we will discuss the topic initially, and then uh, we will solve some problems. We'll take whatever the topic it may be, and after finishing of the concepts and so also solving some problems, what we will do is we will solve the previous year's questions. Okay. Previous years we will have the from the same topic they might have asked the questions, right? We will solve those questions and we will see how to analyze the next year question paper, or we will see the remaining things. Okay, right. Now we will move. See, as everyone know that I have already told you, our subject consists of two major portions. One is quant, the other one is reasoning. When it comes to quant, I have picked some important topics from the recent pattern of the question paper. Okay, with the help of the recent question papers, I have taken some important topics which we will discuss them initially. And after finishing these topics, then we will move to the other concepts. Okay, right. So see here, students, when it comes to number systems, see, if you observe the recent pattern, number systems and numbers, that means questions based on numbers. A minimum of 10 questions were asked from this area. A minimum of 10 questions are asked from this concept that is called number system and numbers. Okay. Sometimes the number of questions might be increased to 15 questions also, but I am saying that a minimum of 10 questions are asked from this area, that is number system. This entire CSAT paper, especially our portion, that is quant and reasoning, the very important concept is number system. Number system. This number system is very important. A minimum of 10 questions are asked from this area, and we should be thoroughly practicing. We should be very good at in this concept. Then only we can answer it. Number system and purely the basic questions, basic concepts, not the questions which are asked from the basic concepts. Okay, from the basic itself, they are asking questions and they are framing different types of questions from this number system, students. So this number systems is very important. So as usual, as this is very important concept, definitely we will put more efforts in this concept and we will try to solve more questions. Definitely the number of classes in one class, it is not going to be finished. Definitely it will take around a minimum of 3 classes for us to finish this number system concept. Okay, so I will divide it in the as a parts and we will discuss. And after that, percentages, profit and loss, these two are interlinked concepts. We will see them. Okay, and similarly a ratio, average, ratio and proportions, and all this area, and time distance and time and work. Okay, these are the concepts which we will majorly focus. I'm not saying that I will say only these concepts, but we will majorly focus in these areas. Apart from this, we will discuss some miscellaneous concepts also. Okay, miscellaneous concepts at the last of the sessions. We will see some random questions which are rarely asked, but important concepts. We will see under miscellaneous concepts. Okay, next, when it comes to the reasoning, these are the topics which we will discuss in the reasoning. Okay, so we will discuss these many topics. See, students, in this reasoning, okay, everything coding and decoding, all these are important. There is no doubt in that. But see these permutations and combinations. Actually, I need to put this in under what we can say our quant portion, but I am putting this in this area. And what is happening in this is they are asking questions from permutations and combinations, but not directly. Okay, these permutations and combinations are linked with the numbers concept. Okay, we will learn the permutations and combinations concept, and they are not asking a question directly that what is a combination or in what many ways possible, like that. They are not asking the questions. What they are using is they are using the applications. That means they are applying the concepts of permutations and combinations. They are asking the questions. Based on that, they are asking. There will be some questions based on numbers. We will discuss them anyway in our number system only. At that time, we will discuss the basic concepts of permutations and combinations. Why? Because some questions, if you are really good at this concept, you will solve it very quickly. So these permutations and combinations and numbers. These two are interlinked. Okay, these permutations and combination, you can consider this as a hybrid concept. That means we can see questions in quant and as well as reasoning. Okay, both the quant and reasoning, we will see the applications of permutations and combination. Directly nowhere we will see the question, but definitely we will see some questions from this area. Okay, we will discuss them anyway later on, how the questions will be there and everything will be there. Okay, now when it comes to our first concept, today we will start from the number systems. Okay, number system is the first concept which we are going to discuss today. See, students, once again, I am repeating, whatever the concepts which we discuss here, definitely we will discuss it from the basic level. Okay, from the basic level, we will start discussing the concepts. Then only we will solve the problems. Okay, if not, it will be difficult for you understand some concepts. Even though, see, basic concepts means the concepts which you have learned in your school only. Okay, that is right from your first standard to 10th standard. Whatever the things which you have learned, based on that only they are asking questions. Okay, in under this number system, we have different concepts, like divisibility rules. Definitely, they are asking a minimum of 2 questions from this area, that is divisibility rules. Questions based on divisibility rules. Okay, and similarly, we will have questions to find the reminders. Okay, if a number is divided by so and so, what is the remainder, like that? They are asking us a question. In other terms, we will call that as remainder theorem. Okay, theorem means we are not going to learn any theorems, but we will see the concepts, how to find the reminders of the given set. And along with that, we will see the units digit concept. Okay, we will see how we will find the unit digit of any given number or any given what we can say mathematical equation or calculation, whatever it may be. Okay, and then next we will discuss a concept called number of zeros. Okay, they will give us a huge calculation, a lengthier mathematical equation or calculation, and they will ask us how many number of zeros are there, like that at the end. They may ask us. And similarly, regarding the what we can say is factors and all those things. Factors, how we will find the factors, that is prime factors or whatever it may be, we will see them. And like this, there will and questions based on numbers. As I told you earlier, right? They are asking questions mostly from the concept called numbers. That means they will shuffle the numbers or do some mathematical operations like this. We will have counting the numbers. Okay, digits, questions based on all this we will discuss here. And along with this, we will see, as I already told you, we will use the concepts of permutations and combinations here. Okay, at that, while discussing those concepts, we will discuss them. And still like this, there will be many concepts. We will discuss them. After discussing those concepts, as I have told you earlier, students, definitely we will go to the previous year's question papers, questions. Okay, from this concepts called number system and numbers, and we will pick them and we will try to solve them and try to analyze how they may ask us in future. The questions from these concepts, how they may ask us in the future. Okay, right. So in this manner, we will discuss the concepts here, students. Okay, we will discuss the concepts. Wait a second. I need to for a while. Recording in progress. Hello.
Hello.
Okay.
Okay. Start.
Right. So just I am cross checking it, students. What is that? Okay. Right. Now, see here, we will discuss the previous year's question papers. Like this, we will start discussing them and we will solve the questions. Okay. Right. Now, anyway, as I have told you, I will start from the basic one. That is the divisibility rules. We will start discussing from the divisibility rule concept. Okay, divisibility rule. We will start discussing from the divisibility rules, the basic one. Okay, don't neglect this concept, divisibility rules. Why? Because a minimum of 2 questions are asked from this area. So please be careful. Definitely everyone should solve it, learn it and solve it. Okay, we know, even though you know the concepts, just quickly I will brush up the things regarding the divisibility rule. See, what is the rule for 2? That is divisibility rule for 2, which we have is, we know that any even number is divisible by 2. Any even number is divisible by 2. Okay, this is the basic one. Everyone knows. Odd number is not divisible by 2. When it comes to the divisibility rule for 3, see, students, divisibility rule of 3 is very, very important. Why? Because they are asking many questions from this, especially targeting the divisibility rule of 3. We can frame many questions. That is the reason. Okay, we can frame many questions from the divisibility rule of 3. So they are framing different questions and they are asking us in the examination. Okay, what is the divisibility rule of 3? Okay, if the sum of the digits of the given number is divisible by 3, then that number is divisible by 3. Okay, if the sum of the digits of the given number is divisible by 3, then that number is divisible by 3. Then that number is divisible by 3. Let us see one example. Okay, 7, 4, 2, 7422. Okay, let us take this as a number 7422, and if we want to check whether this number is divisible by 3 or not, means simply do the digit sum. That means 7 plus 4. What is 7 plus 4? 11. 11 plus 2, 13. 13 plus 2, it is 15. Now check whether 15 is divisible by 3 or not. Yes, 15 is divisible by 3. 3 ones, 3 fives. So obviously the number 7422 is also divisible by 3. Is also divisible by 3. Is also divisible by 3. Okay. Now let us take one more example. Something like this. 8431. 8431. And we need to check whether this number is divisible by 3 or not. As usual, what we will do? We will do the digit sum or sum of the digits. 8 plus 4, 12. 12 plus 3, it is 15. 15 plus 1, it becomes 16. Now we will check whether 16 is divisible by 3 or not. We will see whether 16 is divisible by 3 or not. Is 16 divisible by 3? No. No, 16 is not exactly divisible by 3. Then the number 8431 is also not divisible by 3. Is also not divisible by 3. In this manner, we will check whether the given number is divisible by 3 or not. Okay. Now next we will move the rule for 4. Okay. When it comes to the divisibility rule of 4, what we will say is, if the number obtained by taking the last 2 digits of the given number is divisible by 4, then the number is divisible by 4, or the last 2 digits are zeros, or the last 2 digits are zeros. Okay. If the number obtained by taking the last 2 digits of the given number is divisible by 4, or then the number is divisible by 4, or the last 2 digits, or if the last 2 digits are zeros, then also the given number is divisible by 4. Now we will see an example here. Okay. See here, this is the actual thing which we have seen, the rule, and now we will see the example. Let us take an example, something like this. 743,268. Okay, this is very huge number, right? Now, what we need to do is we need to take the last two digits. Last two digits. What are the last two digits? 68. And we need to check whether this 68 is divisible by 4 or not. Is 68 divisible by 4? Yes. 64, I mean, 4 17s are 68. 4 17s are 68. It is exactly divisible, right? Then obviously the number 743268 is also divisible by 4. Is also divisible by 4. Now we will see one more example, something like this. 843211. 843211. This is a huge number. We need to take the last two digits. What are the last two digits? Here 11. And we will check whether 11 is divisible by 4 or not. Is 11 divisible by 4? No. It is not exactly divisible. 11 is not exactly divisible by 4. Then obviously the given number 843211 is also not divisible by 4. Is also not divisible by 4. Is also not divisible by 4. Now we will see one more example. 8493200. 200. When you see the last two digits, what about the last two digits? Both are zeros. Both are zeros. Here there is no need to check with any divisibility rule or anything here. Directly you can say that yes, the given number is divisible by 4. Why? Because last two digits are zeros. Last two digits are zeros. You can directly take them as 0 here. Okay, clear. Now we will move for rule for 5. See, rule for 5 is very simple. Everyone know about this one, right? If the unit digit of the given number, if the unit digit of the given number is 5 or 0, then the number is divisible by the number is divisible by 5. Okay, if the unit digit of the given number is 5 or 0, then the number is divisible by 5. This is the divisibility rule for 5. This is the divisibility rule for 5. Next, we will move for rule for 6. See, students, I am not giving any example for this. Very simple. You can see. Okay, right. Next. What about rule for 6? If the given number is divisible by both 2 and 3. If the given number is divisible by both 2 and 3, then if the given number is, then the number, sorry, or given number is divisible by 6. Okay, if the given number is divisible by both 2 and 3, definitely that number should be divisible by both 2 and 3. Then only it is possible. Otherwise, it is not. That means if it is divisible by 2 and it is not divisible by 3, means that number is not divisible by 6. If it is divisible by 3 and not divisible by 2, means then also the number is not divisible by 6. Definitely the number should be divisible by both 2 and 6. Okay, then only that number will be divisible. For example, we will see an example here, students. 2, 4, 3, 6, 6. Okay, something, there is one number like this, 2, 4, 3, 6, 6. What is the divisibility rule for 2? We know. If any even number is divisible by 2. Here what it is? 6. That means even number, right? So, this is divisible by 2. Now we will check whether the given number is divisible by 3 or not. 2 plus 4, what it is? 6. 6 plus 3, 9. 9 plus 6, 15. 15 plus 6, 21. Is 21 divisible by 3? Yes. 3 sevens are 21. Then here the given number is divisible by both 2 and 3. 2 and 3. Then this number is divisible by, then this number is divisible by 6. Then this number is divisible by 6. Then we can say that this number is divisible by 6. Similarly, let us take one more example, something like this. 42368. Okay, 42368. This is an even number. Obviously, it will be divisible by 2. Okay, no problem. Now we will check whether it is divisible by 3 or not. 4 plus 2, it is 6. 6 plus 3, 9. 9 plus 6, 15. 15 plus 8, it is 23. 23. Is 23 divisible by 3? No. 23 is not exactly divisible by 3. It is divisible by 2, but it is not divisible by 3. Then this number is not divisible by 6. Not divisible by 6. That means definitely the given number should be divisible by both 2 and 3. Both 2 and 3, then only the number will be divisible by 6. Otherwise, not divisible by 6. Otherwise, not divisible by 6. Now we will move to the next one. Divisibility rule for 7. Okay. Rule for 7. What my suggestion is, students, there will be many rules with the help for this rule for 7. In the internet also, many rules are available. What my suggestion here is, very clearly I want to say you, even though you learn the rule for 7, okay, rule for 7, when it comes to the examination point of view, in the examination, no, the chance to remember this rule is very, very difficult. Even though by some mean, if you remember it and try to solve it also, you will not be that much sure regarding this rule. So my suggestion is, go with the basic thing which you have learned in your schooling. It may take more 5 seconds by solving in that method, but it doesn't matter. Simply check by the division thing. We will divide, right? With 7, we will cancel, right? In this manner only do it and try to find it. Don't learn any rule for this 7. It is waste of time. My kind request for you. Okay, next we will see the rule for 8. Okay, rule for 8 is similar to 4. Okay, this one is similar to 4. Excuse. Okay, when it comes to rule for 4, what we have done? We have taken the last 2 digits of the given number. But in the case of rule for 8, we will take the last 3 digits. We will take the last 3 digits. Okay, now we will see that one. If the number formed by last 3 digits of the given number is divisible by 8, then that number is divisible by 8, or last 3 digits should be zeros. There, if the last 2 digits are zeros, we consider that number is divisible by 4. Similarly, here also, instead of the digits, some digits, if the last 3 digits are zeros, directly you can say that number is divisible by 8. You can say that the number is divisible by 8. That the number is divisible by 8. We will see an example for time being. 8432448. Okay, there is a number something like this, 843248. And if I want to check whether this number is divisible by 8 or not, I will take the last 3 digits. 248 is the last 3 digits. I will divide it with 8. 8 ones, 8 threes, and ones. It is exactly divisible, right? Then this number is also divisible by 8. If the number formed by last 3 digits is not divisible by 8, then the number is also not divisible by 8. Okay. Or else if the last 3 digits are zeros, that means sometimes it may be something like this. Here the last 3 digits are zeros, right? Here directly you can say that this number is divisible by 8. This number is divisible by 8. Okay. Next we will see rule for 9. Rule for 9. Okay. Rule for 9. See students, I think we will solve it. Rule for 9. 9. Okay. This is similar to 3. Okay. If the sum of the digits of the given number is divisible by 9, then the number is divisible by 9. Then the number is divisible by 9. Okay. If the sum of the given numbers is divisible by 9, digits of the given number is divisible by 9, then the number is divisible by 9. Okay, there in the case of 3, we have seen, right? If the sum of the digits of the given number is divisible by 9, then the number is, sorry, divisible by 3, then the number is divisible by 3. Similarly, here also. We will see an example here, ma. Okay, this is a number. We need to check whether this number is divisible by 9 or not. Simply do the digit sum. 7 plus 4, it is 11. 11 plus 3, 14. 11, 14. Okay, sorry. Okay, I will add one more number. Okay. Okay, 11 plus 3, it is 14. 14 plus 2, 16. 16 plus 4, 20. 20 plus 7, 27. So we will see whether is 27 divisible by 9 or not. Yes, 27 is divisible by 9. So the given number is also divisible by 9. So the given number is also divisible by 9. So the given number is also divisible by 9. Okay, clear? Right. Then we will move to the next rule. Rule for 10, very simple, no need to learn. If the unit digit is 0, then that number is divisible by. Next, rule for 11. Okay, rule for 11. What is the rule for 11 now? Rule for 11, very simple. Okay. If the difference between sum of the digits at even positions and odd positions of the given number is 0 or multiple of 11, then that number is divisible by 11. Then that number is divisible by 11. In most of the cases, you will get 0 only. Multiple of 11, very rarely you will get, students. Okay. The difference between sum of the digits at the even positions and odd positions of the given number. See, let us take an example here, students. Okay. With the help of that example, we will try to solve it. Okay, let us take this one as an example. Okay, and we will check whether I will start giving their numbering for their positions. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay, when it comes to the odd positions, what we have 5, 2, and 4. Okay, 5 plus 2 plus 4. What is the total sum which we are getting here? 11. When it comes to the even positions, what we have here? These are the even positions. When you see the even positions, what is the sum we will get here? 7 plus 3 plus 1. That is 11. Okay. What is the difference between these two? 11 minus 11, that is 0. Then the given number is divisible by 11. Then the given number is divisible by 11. Then the given number is divisible by 11. Else it is not divisible by 11. 0 or multiple of 11. Here anyway we got 0, right? So I can say that this number is divisible by 11. This number is divisible by 11. Okay, right. These are the major divisibility rules, students. Okay, based on this only we will try to solve the problems. Okay, these are the major divisibility rules for us. Okay, and the students, one more thing. Actually, I am recording the sessions with the help of Zoom application. So I can record a max of, I think, 35 to 40 minutes of session. So in this session, I will wind up here and we will discuss the problems from my next session. Okay. Consider this as an introduction or whatever it may be to our number system or the concepts. This is one as a part one. I will do the part two immediately, and we will upload the part two also here itself. Uh, so please continue uh, for the part two to solve while solving the problem, students. Okay. Thank you very much. We will see the problems in our next video. We will see them in the next video, students. Okay. Thank you very much.